Namaste, Dandavat Pranam. By the instruction and grace of our spiritual master, Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa, Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj, we are here reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're also paying our humble Dandavat Pranam to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada for providing us this wonderful commentary and translation of Bhagavatam, and following the guidance of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we are praying to Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has told us that unless we can understand something about Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī through our study of Bhagavatam, then our reading has been pointless. Yadi sevā-vañcitāḥ syāma, yasyāḥ kṛpayā vayaṃ labhema, sarvaṃ prāpnumaḥ prayojanaṃ, dhāmni śrī-bhagavat pade, Kṛṣṇa-sambandhi sarvaṃ Yadi jānīmahe tutam, Aṣṭādaśasu sahasreṣu, ślokānāṃ bhagavat-oktiṣu, Radharanimna vindamatada, nishphalam bhagavat adhyayanam, radhikaya kripam vina, vyartasyat sarva-pariśramaḥ. If we are cheated out of serving that personality whose mercy awards us everything we need, including residence in the Lord's holy Dham, and all things connected to Krishna, and if we cannot understand or discover Radharāṇī within the 18,000 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, then our study of Srimad Bhagavatam has been pointless. Without the mercy of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, all of our efforts are in vain. So we are continuing our reading today from Canto 5, Chapter 15. And this is the summary of Chapter 15. In this chapter, the descendants of Bharata Maharaj and many other kings are described. The son of Maharaj Bharata was named Sumati. He followed the path of liberation given by Rishabdadev. Some people mistakenly thought Sumati to be the direct incarnation of Lord Buddha. The son of Sumati was Devatajit, and his son was Devadyumna. Devadyumna's son was Paramesti, and his son was Pratiha. Pratiha was a very great devotee of Lord Vishnu, and he had three sons named Pratiharta, Prashtota, and Udgata. Pratiharta had two sons, Aja and Bhuma. The son of Bhuma was Udgita, and the son of Udgita was Prastava. The son of Prastava was Vibhu, and the son of Vibhu was Pradusena, whose son was Nakta. The wife of Nakta, Dhruti, gave birth to Gaya, who was a very famous and saintly king. Actually, King Gaya was a partial incarnation of Lord Vishnu, and because of his great devotion to Lord Vishnu, he received the title Mahapurusha. King Gaya had sons named Chitraratha, Sumati, and Avarodhana. The son of Chitraratha was the Emperor Samrat, and his son was Marichi, whose son was Bindu. Bindu's son was Madhu, and Madhu's son was Priyavrata. Priyavrata's two sons were Manthu and Pramanthu, and the son of Manthu was Bhalvana. The son of Bhalvana was Tvasta, and the son of Tvasta was Viraja, who glorified the whole dynasty. Viraja had 100 sons and 1 daughter. Of these, the son named Satyajit became very famous. Okay, text 1. Bharatasyaatmaja sumatir namabhihito yamoha vavakechit pakandina rishabhapadavim anuvartamanam chanarya aveda samamanatam devatam svamanishaya papiyasya kalo kalpayasyanti. Dhānavad Pranam Bhakti Shivam Ji.
Hare Krishna Namata.
Srila Shukadev Goswami continued, the son of Maharaj Bharata, known as Sumati, followed the path of Rishabdadev, but some unscrupulous people imagined him to be Lord Buddha himself. These people, who were actually atheistic and of bad character, took up the Vedic principles in an imaginary, infamous way to support their activities. Thus, these sinful people accepted Sumati as Lord Buddha Dev and propagated the theory that everyone should follow the principles of Sumati. In this way, they were carried away by mental concoction. Those who are Aryans strictly follow the Vedic principles. But in this age of Kali, a community has sprung up known as the Arya Samaja, which is ignorant of the import of the Vedas in the Parampara system. Their leaders decry all bona fide acharyas, and they pose themselves as the real followers of the Vedic principles. These acharyas who do not follow the Vedic principles are presently known as Arya Samajas, or the Jains. Not only do they not follow the Vedic principles, but they have no relationship with Lord Buddha. Imitating the behavior of Sumati, they claim to be the descendants of Rishabdadev. Those who are Vaishnavas carefully avoid their company because they are ignorant of the path of the Vedas. In Bhagavad-gītā 15.15, Krishna says, Vedaischa sarvair aham eva vedya. The real purpose of the Vedas is to understand me. This is the injunction of all Vedic literatures. One who does not know the greatness of Lord Krishna cannot be accepted as an Aryan. Lord Buddha, an incarnation of Lord Krishna, adopted a particular means to propagate the philosophy of Bhagavad Dharma. He preached almost exclusively among atheists. Atheists do not want any God, and Lord Buddha therefore said that there is no God, but he adopted the means to instruct his followers for their benefit. Therefore he preached in a duplicitous way, saying that there is no God. Nonetheless, he himself was an incarnation of God. Text 2. Tasmad vridhasenayam devatajin nama putro bhavat. From Sumati, a son named Devatajit was born by the womb of his wife named Vridhasena. Text 3. Atasuryam tatanayo deva dyumnas tato denumatyam sutta paramesti tasya suvarchalayam pratiha upajata. Thereafter, in the womb of Asuri, the wife of Devatajit, a son named Devadyumna was begotten. Devadyumna begot in the womb of his wife, Denumati, a son named Paramesti. Paramesti begot a son named Pratiha in the womb of his wife, Suvarchala. Text 4. Ya atma vidyam akyaya svayam samshudho mahapurusham anushasmara. King Pratihha personally propagated the principles of self-realization. In this way, not only was he purified, but he became a great devotee of the Supreme Person, Lord Vishnu, and directly realized him. Purport. The word anushasmara is very significant. God consciousness is not imaginary or concocted. The devotee who is pure and advanced realizes God as he is. Maharaj Pratihha did so, and due to his direct realization of Lord Vishnu, he propagated self-realization and became a preacher. A real preacher cannot be bogus. He must first of all realize Lord Vishnu as he is, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 4.34. Upadikshanti te jnanam jānīmahe tattvadarshana. One who has seen the truth can impart knowledge. The word tattvadarshi refers to one who has perfectly realized the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a person can become a guru and propound Vaishnava philosophy all over the world. The paragon of bona fide preachers and guru is King Pratihha. Text 5. Pratihat suvarchalayam pratihat tradhayastraya asan ija kovida sunava pratihartu stutyam ajabu manav ajan ishatam. In the womb of his wife Suvarchala, Pratihha begot 3 sons, named Pratiharta, Prashtota, and Udgata. These 3 sons were very expert in performing Vedic rituals. Pratiharta begot 2 sons, named Aja and Bhuma, in the womb of his wife named Stuti. Bhumna rishukulayayam udgitas tata prastavo Devakuyayam prastavan niyutsayam hridayaja asid vibhor vibhoratyam cha pratesh tushnenas tasma nakta akutyam jagye nakta druti putro gaya rajarshi Pravara udhara shrava ajayata sakshad bhagavato Vishnor jagad virakshasaya grihita satvasya kalatmavatvari lakshanena mahapurushatam praptaha. In the womb of his wife, Rishikulia, King Bhuma begot a son named Udgita. From Udgita's wife, Devakulya, a son named Prastava was born, and Prastava begot a son named Vibhu through his wife Niyutsa. In the womb of his wife Rati, Vibhu begot a son named Pridusena. Pridusena begot a son named Nakta in the womb of his wife named Akuti. Nakta's wife was Druti, and from her womb the great king Gaya was born. Gaya was very famous and pious. He was the best of saintly kings. Lord Vishnu and his expansions, who are meant to protect the universe, are always situated in the transcendental mode of goodness, known as Vishuddha-sattva. Being the direct expansion of Lord Vishnu, King Gaya was also situated in Vishuddha-sattva. Because of this expansion of Lord Vishnu, King Gaya was also situated in Vishuddha-sattva. Because of this, Maharaj Gaya was fully equipped with transcendental knowledge. Therefore, he was called Mahapurusha. Dhanavad Pranam Tulsi Maharani Devi Dasi.
Dhanavad Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. From this verse, it appears that the incarnations of God are various. Some are part and parcel of the direct expansions, and some are direct expansions of Lord Vishnu. A direct incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is called Amsa or Svamsa, whereas an incarnation from Amsa is called Kala. Among the Kalas, there are the Vibhinamsa Jivas, or living entities. These are counted among the Jiva Tattvas. Those who come directly from Lord Vishnu are called Vishnu Tattva and are sometimes designated as Mahapurusha. Another name for Krishna is Mahapurusha, and a devotee is sometimes called Mahapurushika. Text 7. Savayasvadharmena prajapalana poshana prinano palalanan nushasana lakshan ene jadina cha bhagavati mahapurushe paravare brahmani sarvatmanarpita paramartha lakshanena pramavich charana nushevayat padita bhagavad bhakti yogena shabhikshanasa paripavitati sudha matir uparat anatmya atmani svayam upalabhyamana pramatmanu bhavo pinirabhimana eva vanim ajugupat. King Gaya gave full protection and security to the citizens so that their personal property would not be disturbed by undesirable elements. He also saw that there was sufficient food to feed all the citizens. This is called poshana. He would sometimes distribute gifts to the citizens to satisfy them. This is called prinana. He would sometimes call meetings and satisfy the citizens with sweet words. This is called upalalana. He would also give them good instructions on how to become first-class citizens. This is called anushasana. Such were the characteristics of King Gaya's royal order. Besides all this, King Gaya was a householder who strictly observed the rules and regulations of household life. He performed sacrifices and was an unalloyed, pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was called the Mahapurusha because, as a king, he gave the citizens all facilities, and as a householder, he executed all his duties, so that at the end he became a strict devotee of the Supreme Lord. As a devotee, he was always ready to give respect to other devotees and to engage in the devotional service of the Lord. This is the Bhakti Yoga process. Due to all these transcendental activities, King Gaya was always free from the bodily conception. He was full in Brahman realization, and consequently, he was always jubilant. He did not experience material lamentation. Although he was perfect in all respects, he was not proud, nor was he anxious to rule the kingdom. Purport. As Lord Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita, when he descends on earth, he has two types of business: to give protection to the faithful and to annihilate the demons. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya traduskritam, Bhagavad Gita 4.8. Since the king is the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is sometimes called Naradeva, that is, the Lord as a human being. According to the Vedic injunctions, he is worshipped as God on the material platform. As a representative of the Supreme Lord, the king had the duty to protect the citizens in a perfect way so that they would not be anxious for food and protection, so that they would be jubilant. The king would supply everything for their benefit, and because of this, he would levy taxes. If the king or government otherwise levies taxes on citizens, he becomes responsible for the sinful activities of the citizens. In Kali Yuga, monarchy is abolished because the kings themselves are subjected to the influence of Kali Yuga. It is understood from the Ramayana that when Bibhishana became friends with Lord Ramachandra, he promised that if by chance or will he broke the laws of friendship with Lord Ramachandra, he would become a Brahmana or king in Kali Yuga. In this age, Bibhishana indicated both Brahmanas and kings are in a wretched condition. Actually, there are no kings or Brahmanas in this age, and due to their absence, the whole world is in a chaotic condition and is always in distress. Compared to present standards, Maharaj Gaya was a true representative of Lord Vishnu. Therefore, he was known as a Mahapurusha. Text 8. Tasyemam gatam pandaveya puravida upagayanti. My dear King Parikshit, those who are learned scholars in the histories of the Puranas eulogize and glorify King Gaya with the following verses. Purport. The historical references to exalted kings serve as a good example for present rulers. Those who are ruling the world at the present moment should take lessons from King Gaya, King Yudhisthira, and King Prithu, and rule the citizens so that they will be happy. Presently, the governments are levying taxes without improving the citizens in any cultural, religious, social, or political way. According to the Vedas, this is not recommended. Text 9. Gayam nripaka pratiyati karmabir yajvabhimani bahuvid dharma gopta samagata shri sadashas patisatam satsevakonyo bhagavat kalamrite. The great King Gaya used to perform all kinds of Vedic rituals. He was highly intelligent and expert in studying all the Vedic literatures. He maintained the religious principles and possessed all kinds of opulence. He was a leader among gentlemen and a servant of the devotees. He was a totally qualified plenary expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, who could equal him in the performance of gigantic ritualistic ceremonies? And thus ends our reading for today. We'll continue from text 10 on Friday. Before we conclude today, were there any comments or questions or anything to share from the assembled devotees? Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Shripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai. Jai. Jai. Jai.
Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai. Jai. Jai. Jai.
Jai Navadvitam ki Jai Mayapur Dham.
Jai.
Munamayi ki Jai Vrindavan Dham.
Jai.
Bhakti Devi Vrinda Devi ki Jai.
Jai.
Nama Sankirtan Yagya ki Jai. Scientific
Jai. Jai. Jai.
Jai Gaura Premanandi Hari 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 Hari
Haribo.
Dasi ki Jai Śrīmatī Tulsi Maharani Devi Dasi ki
Jai.
Bhakti
Jai. Krishna Kesha Das ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.